Hey everybody, and welcome to Dear Esther. I think that's how you say it, or Esther. I don't know if the H is silent. That's whatever. So this is a game I got a while back. Or not really a while back, like a couple weeks ago actually. That I've been wanting to do a full playthrough of, like a full play. That's what I call them. Or actually, a lot of people I think call them that. I'm not sure. I don't see that many of them. But this is a game I saw like years ago that actually looked really good to me. So I'm like, I'll give it a chance, see how well it does. Audio wise, I will be messing with it horribly. But the way I have to do it to set up, it was like extremely loud in my ears. So, and I want to hear this game because it has amazing like sound and design actually. So, enough of me babbling, let's get into it.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
Okay, so I don't. Oh, okay. The mouse was there for a second. I'm like, oh no. How am I going to get through this? So I looked up how long this game was just to see if I could do a full playthrough of it at 2:35 in the morning. Oh, the flashlight comes on automatically. Awesome. There are some things I remember, like there are shadow people apparently. Wow. Like right. Oh. I think he was at the very top. I don't know. I don't know if we saw him or not. But no, this is a get out of the doorway. And this is the fastest I can go. Okay, moving along. Let's see. So a lot of paint here. I don't know how often I'll be dropping frames, honestly. Ooh, pass. I'll go up. It looks it's not safer, I would say. Oh, okay, and I got somewhat of a fence, so I feel a little safer. There's a dot. I guess that's the beacon. I'll probably, no. Actually, I don't know. No one knows what I'm talking about because I probably cut that part out. Paint, okay. These people here really liked paint. It looks like I was supposed to, or not, okay. I was about to go, maybe I was supposed to go the other path.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him.
Okay.
I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Sorry about that. I was changing the lighting level because it looks extremely bright. So I don't know, but I think that's just Elgato being like its weird self. So I don't know how it's. I hope it comes out how I see it, because what I'm seeing is actually very beautiful, and I personally like it. Down the rocky shore. Oh no, I died. I don't think you can die in this game. I will try in every chance I get, just not going in the water. That seems too simple. But right now, I don't know. It's very, how you say, nostalgic? Is that the word I'm looking for? Something like that. like calming, I guess. I'll walk sideways so we can get a clear view, and I'll shut up. So this is apparently a very like it's supposed to be a very emotional game. Oh, there's the music. So you want
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
Let's go up and see where this takes us. Like I said, I don't remember much of this since I think I watched this 2013 to 2012, 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, hey, look, I'm over here now. Awesome. What's that? Oh, it's a speck on my screen. I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, it turned. I'm
The
like, oh,
mount
it's
is clearly the
following me.
focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then?
Maybe, bro. I don't know. So during this, I'm going to have to keep my eyes extremely close, like we're, yeah, like
When someone
repeatedly.
had died
Okay.
or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
So wait, am I infected? Is that why I came here? Come here? I don't know where I'm going anymore. Was there like a fork in the road there? But I'm going to have to keep like looking back at the
We're
recording.
God-fearing people,
Oh my
those
God.
shepherds. There was no love in the relationship. Donnelly tells me that they had one Bible that was passed around in strict rotation. It was stolen by a visiting monk in 1776, 2 years before the island was abandoned altogether. In the interim, I wonder, did they assign chapter and verse to the stones and grasses, marking the geography with a superimposed significance that they could actually walk the Bible and inhabit its contradiction?
That monk is a dick. But yeah, I'm not noticing any like forking paths anywhere. And if there are, I'm sorry if I missed it. But I'm going to have to keep looking back at El Gato just to make sure that A, it doesn't freeze on me like it normally does, and
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
and B, what was that? Dun 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 dun. You know, I want to go over here. Not the screw the cave. No, but I want like just make sure it doesn't freeze on me. Cause like cause it says an hour and a half, and other thing like the website is on, it also said like 3 hours. Oh my god, that is long. I have no idea where I'm going anymore. Let's explore. floor. Man. Just shake the screen. Waddle. So it's been, I want to say, over a year since I truly recorded a PC game. And I'm surprised, like, nothing, besides audio fixation I was having a little while ago, has gone wrong. So I'm pretty happy about that. I honestly have no idea where I'm going anymore. Oh, look at that. It's a purdy. It's like a Stonehenge. It is something like that. I'm close. That's all I can say. Kind of like Stonehenge. So wait. So far what I've gotten from this is I am infected with the plague and I've come here to die. Like I said, this game has feels. I wonder if they will get to me. Probably. I'm very sensitive, man. I am a manly man. Oh, hey, what is this? Hey, the Bible. Okay. Won't say a word on that. I'll say a word on it in like a couple seconds, though. Bible. See, I said a word on it. I didn't say he would, I said I would. What if this is like the shortcut to the end of the game? It's like, oh, no one ever chooses this path. I choose it. I'm like, oh, well, that was a lot shorter. It's only been 20 minutes. What to do now? Go through the cave. If this leads me to a dead end, I will be... Is that a dead end? No. I will be extremely sad. And I'll probably... Because, like, with full plays, I don't want... Like, I've done a couple, and I don't like cutting them. Oh. Where am I going?
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Confirmation. Her name is Esther. That's just a weird way of spelling it. Then again, I've never met anyone named Esther. Yeah, no, never. If it was someone's name I knew and they just went by like something else, not my fault for not knowing their actual name. So there's a ship here I want to explore. I want to be able to like actually see one of the shadow people that I've seen. Like I remember that was like really the only big thing in this game was shadow people and like the mystery of it. Oh, he's over there. Oh, interesting. Speaking of shadow people, my goal has just been achieved. Dang, this ship looks like death. Oh, okay. Oh, weird. I'm going over to the shadow. See? Look, he's right there, but if you look directly at him, he goes away. You see him in the right corner. I'm gonna walk towards him. But I'm gonna keep my like center, like the center point off him, like away just enough for me to like see him still. Oh, and I'm getting audio skips, so I guess that's a thing in this game. Awesome. He's right. Yeah, he disappeared by now. I'm too close. But it showed him like over here.
All night
What?
The boy has kept me lucid. I sat when I was at the very edge of despair, when I thought I would never unlock the secret of the island. I sat at the edge and I watched the idiot boy blink through the night. He's mute and he's retarded, and he has no thought in his metal head but to blink each wave and each minute aside until the morning comes and renders him blind as well as deaf mute. In many ways, we have much in common.
Well, language I was not expecting to hear in this game. So we saw our first shadow person. I guess that's like the end game right there. Just because it's so high up. I have no idea where I'm going. Once again. Oh, this is so weird. Like, I don't have a proper setup for playing PC games, so my arm is like on the edge of my desk and it's hurting very much. I honestly have no idea where I'm going. Should I just drop and kill myself now? I'm actually very like scared to do that, just in case I do die. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Shadow Buddy. I wonder if I'll see any more. Because I believe it was the lighthouse, the cave, something, and the beacon. I have no idea what that third part was. It was something. I most likely I did cut it out. Oh, what? It's a chair. What? I can't. If I can pick him up, I would name him, but I can't, so he's gonna be a dick and lay there. Cool. I wanna go this way. I wanna see what's up here.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Dang, so Esther died in a car crash and I had kidney stones. That sucks. Peeing must have been hell, man. Oh, I want to go down there. Oh, I want to go in there. Kind of like just jump in. No? Okay, cool. It's a house. Let's. Oh. Thumbnail right there. I like it. I like it very much. Actually, I'll take it later. Music.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Some weird music. I wonder if there's a shadow person out there. Oh, actually, I think I do see one, honestly. I will put a circle over him if I am, like, good enough at mate editing. I want to say that's it right there, but then again, I could be wrong.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
So this whole white line in the cliff thing is, I'm guessing, a very important thing to the game. Oh, and by the way, I do think that was a spirit or a shadow person, just because I don't know what would be making that shape while walking up here. There be it. What is? I have no idea what that is. That could be death for all I know. Let's go in the house.
My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
I'm looking for more people. Now, the question is, how do I get over there? Yeah, my fingers fell off the keys. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go down. Okay. So I think you only talk whenever you come across like one of the shadow people. That was all I'm going to talk. Ah, I want to do that. I want to do that now. I will write a story about them. What's it called? Have you heard the legend of the Shadow Folk? Nocturne. Nocturne. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you are my favorite person now. By far. Just because I don't think a lot of people do know about that. And where on earth am I going? Oh, am I going down there?
The editor comments that at this point, Donnelly was going insane as syphilis tore through his system like a drunk driver. He's not to be trusted. Many of his claims are unsubstantiated, and although he does paint a colourful picture, much of what he says may have been derived directly from his fever. But I've been here, and I know, as Donnelly did, that this place is always half imagined. Even the rocks and caves will shimmer and blur with the right eyes.
Okay. Don't know what's going on here. But I'm still going with the whole thing that I do have
They found
a
Jakobsen
disease.
in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. All around him, small flowers were reaching for the weak sun. The goats had adjusted happily to life without a shepherd and were grazing freely about the valley. Donnelly reports they hurled the body in fear and disgust down the shaft, but I cannot corroborate this story.
Oh, is the shaft that giant like hole I came across a little while ago? Dang. Alright, so it seems like there are some skips here and there, but it doesn't seem to be very severe, so I'm not gonna worry about it until it like crashes. I'll be very worried about that. I got stuck in a wall. We can go into the cave, or we can venture to the
Climbing
side.
down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
I want to know what just happened with the audio. I don't know if that was cute or audio just went batshit crazy. I really want to know what just happened. That doesn't... Okay, down the rabbit hole we go, because... Oh, no!
Donnelly's addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing in constantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me.
So I guess this is where I fell and broke my femur. It's not slow, though. Get eaten by a giant shark. Okay, so we are now in the cave. Okay, gotcha. So that part was the lighthouse. Now this is the... Obviously, this is the cave. I just is confused. Whatever, though. It's very pretty. You have to admit that much. It is very, very pretty. It's a pretty bird. No, but the atmosphere in this game is like by far one of my favorites so far of 2016. Even though this game did not come out in 2016.
Someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
I am extremely confused with the wall paintings. Someone seriously just splattered paint everywhere. And just went, that's art. I walked in a circle. Yay, go me. stuck. Cool. Alright, so you're supposed to walk around the room, look at all of that, and then come back and you're like, oh, the path was right here. How on earth did I miss it? So he crouches automatically. He crouched earlier, like when I first started. And that was like really weird. Because I was walking down like a step. You know, fuck it. YOLO! Oh, okay. The sound design in this game is just beautiful. Like, they got it so right. I love games like this. I wish I could play more of them. I'm already here, I might as well. I didn't notice until I was right there. I'm like, oh, there's just another path. Yeah, nah, let's keep going. It's whatever way we take, that is our journey. Ah, my finger hurts. Holding the key down, I am extremely not used to. Oh, hey, we got another crawling section. Oh, okay. You think he would turn his flashlight on? You think he'd be smart enough to like, hey guys. Oh wait, no, if he has a disease and came here, he's probably planning on dying here. As I was saying, like, he'd probably bring a cell phone or whatever technology they had to, you know, call for people to pick him up. I'm like, wait, no. Right.
In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder. The world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine. Between each shoulder, the nascency of flight.
So I guess we have to go up there, but I want to explore. Like, it's just so beautiful, you can't pass it up. And not a lot of people have played this game, which is very surprising to me. Because look at it, like, they did so much work on it. I don't know what source engine they used, or, well, engine in general. Cause I think that's an actual engine. The source one, I think. So that's a dead end up there, and this is dead end. Okay. Like, with water-wise, typical game water, I guess. Can't say much, because water is a very hard thing to copy, just because it's so free-flowing. Like, fire is a bit easier, just because it's like, okay, make it sporadic and flying into the air, like with little sparks. Rocks are very easy. Make it, form it however you want, place it, done. And like stalactites, like, it's just amazing how much work went into this game. None of these things make any sense to me. I'm still trying to figure out the wall stuff though, like with all the paint. I'm surprised I'm not like coming across more houses, honestly. Like if there was a village here, you think I would have seen it by now. That makes no sense. That's like a tree DNA spore thing. It's something. Oh. Okay. Left or right? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mom says pick the best one, and you are it. Up it is. Honestly, okay. Sorry, but I guess Up wasn't really the best one. Up was a jerk who tempted you.
This is a drowned man's face, reflected in the moonlit waters. It can only be a dead shepherd who has come to drunk drive you home.
So, is there like multiple places you can like end it, I guess? That was cool. Like you just sink. Oh, yo, actual words. Oh my god. Well, it's formulas. I can tell that. Oh, is this like the strand of the disease they all had here? And they were like using paint to try and figure it out or pass on their knowledge to like future people who come here. I gotta crouch again. I'm on my knee. That's my speculation for what this is. And something be keep? I don't know. It was something. I was trying my best. Oh god. And oh, we're going back underwater. Like I said, they got the sound right. I don't know about this part though. This is very weird. Just, I guess I would be right for what you're hearing. There's a waterfall right there. So I guess it makes sense. And then again, I was just walking on water, so. Anyone's game at this point, Jesus. He's my main man. So, am I jumping into the pool? Did it go to it? What? Oh, this is weird. This, like, this I really like. This is really cool. Sorry, I clicked again. Like, is it like saying the whole island was underwater? I'm just going to swim up. That was really cool. I really like that. That's very nice. Well done. I dropped some frames in there, but that's alright, and that is really loud in my ears. So I'm gonna try and get away from that as soon as possible. But you gotta admit, the whole visuals, audio, especially audio, because that's what this game is like heavy on, and I really do appreciate it. Like, it is a very well done, well created, well story driven game. I haven't even beaten it yet, and I'm like praising it like nothing else can compare. There's probably some games out there that can. I just haven't played any yet. Oh, a camp. That's interesting. Is he going to talk right now? I give him like 3 seconds before he opens his mouth. A lot of candles. Ooh. Let's go on the path that doesn't have a candle on it. Yes. Music. Like, no, don't get me wrong.
I wish I
like,
could have known
okay.
Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
There are so many questions I have right now, and none of them is what anything he just said. I'm looking for shadow people. Like, that's really all I'm doing. Huh? Man, this game is just amazing. I don't know what the thumbnail is anymore. It most likely will be like the beginning picture, just so I don't spoil anything. Nah, I don't know. It'll be something really good, and with what I can do, it will look beautiful. Ooh. Sorry, candles. I know you. Oh. Interesting. I saw something up there. Candle, come. I need thee. Be mine. So are all the candles here like where people die? That's very messed up. Man. This game is just... Oh, hey, look, the beacon. I'm already at the end? It's 39 minutes. I guess I didn't explore a lot? Or I'm just like rushing through this game without realizing it? I don't know. Yeah, see, there's someone up there.
We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
Well, since I want to go in the cave. That is the dead end of the cave. So, man, this game is just amazing. I'm just happy I got the audio to work, so I can hear it too. Or there would be like no commentary, and I'd be reading everything. Fake. Okay. And I wouldn't say anything about the music or. I just love this game. Right. Okay. There are still some very strange noises in this game that are not defined whatsoever by a living thing. There are a lot of banshees here.
There were chemical diagrams on the posters on the walls on the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
My arm really hurts right now because this is like a really weird thing I'm doing. Like the keyboard's on my lap. Like, because like I said, I just don't have it set up because I never really planned on doing PC games anymore. But then I did stuff to a computer. I'm like, oh hey, I can do games. Awesome.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Wow. That's really deep, bro. Sorry to hear that you never met Esther. I want to go in there. I want to get around it. Jesus. Oh man, I'm just like stunned by how good this game is and how smoothly it's running. On a sudden, some heaven, him, and he fell to the ground. Crack. I stepped on him. Oh man. So I didn't think it would be like, I think it's 43 minutes. I'm at the end of the game. I did not think I was rushing it, honestly. Like, I went 30. Okay, that'll be good for a full play. 43 minutes later, I'm like, well, this might have been a bad idea. Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Like I said, I've been looking for shadow people this whole game. Maybe I will become one when I die here. Who knows?
Pain in my leg sent me blind for a few minutes as I struggled up the cliff path. I swallowed another handful of painkillers, and now I feel almost lucid.
Well.
The island around me has retreated to a hazed distance, whilst the moon appears to have descended into my palm to guide me. I can see a thick black line of infection reaching for my heart from the waistband of my trousers. Through the fugue, it's all the world like the path I have cut from the lowlands towards the aerial.
So this infection sounds extremely bad. And I hope it really doesn't exist. And if it does, shit, bro. It is a shadow person, I think. I want to meet them. Let me meet the shadow people. Oh, dude, you seriously cutting me off? Wow, way to be cool, game. Or I have to go down there. I don't know, it's one of them. I think that's a shadow person. This is like the closest I've gone to one of them. That'd be awesome if they were. And cue the weird noises again.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and casts parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
So someone died here. They jumped. I'm guessing they landed there. Their body landed there. That's the only one I could think of. But it'd be really cool if like you saw a shadow just like down there walking. So like the whole time, every shadow you see, that's you. Oh, and he was priest dying on his journey. Proceeding on his journey. Okay, cool. So there was a story in this, and so that is ashes, paint, and apparently the disease that glows. So I wish you could see yourself at the end. I don't know if you can. I hope you can. 'Cause I would love to see, like, oh my god. Here we go again. I would read this, but I can't make it out, so I'll try this. And he nor was
Only Donnelly had experienced this.
there-
He would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
What? What I get? I think I got stuck on a rock. I don't know. So that is the ending, right? I don't know what the. I'm in the third part right now, I believe. I just don't know what it's called. Oh, yeah, a little like house thing. Let's check it out.
Bent back like a nail, like a hangnail, like a drowning man clung onto the wheel, drunk and spiraled, washed onto the lost shore under a moon as fractured as a shattered wing. We cleave, we are flight and suspended, these wretched painkillers, this forming constant. I will take flight. I will take flight.
Oh man, this is like beautiful. I wish the text would disappear. That'd be awesome. Don't tell me it froze. God dang it. Oh, cool. Real quick. No, the text was ruining it, honestly. There's something drawn there. I did not notice. So this island took so many lives. Or this is like the island you go to if you have the disease. So you could either, I guess, study it or just die and not get anyone else infected. I was seeing if I could close behind me. It did not, thank God. I will be with you soon, the dude, name, person. Yeah, you think I can make that out? Haha, you're right. There we go. I just, honestly, like, this is why I
A gull
like recording.
perched on a spent bonnet, sideways, whilst the sirens fell through the middle distance and the metal moaned in grief about us. I'm about this night in walking, old bread and gull bones, old Donnelly at the bar gripping his drink, old Esther walking with our children, old Paul as ever, old Paul. He shakes and he shivers and he turns off his lights alone.
I think our guy is having some issues with Paul. They need to settle it. God dang, this is high up. Oh my God. No, like, this is really high. Okay, I'm getting stuck on stuff. The collision is real. I wonder how many shadows are here leading me to this. Why here of all places? Why'd I have to come up here? Couldn't I have just like drowned if I had disease? Do I want to like just walk around this island and look at things?
I am the Ariel. In my passing, I will send news to each and every star.
This.
Dear Esther, I have
What
burnt
happened?
my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an Ariel, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland. where help will be sent.